Yo, what is up, boys? It is Glavian, and we're going to be talking about Elden Ring Deluxe Edition. Now, what do you get with the Deluxe Edition that you don't get with the base game? You get the soundtrack, and you get some artwork. What's the price difference? $20. The regular game is 60, the Deluxe Edition is 80. Okay, so let's talk about that. And the way I want to talk about this is I want to talk about a story. When I was 16 years old, I worked at Best Buy. This was my first ever job. So the way they trained us to interact with people who walk through the door is to aggressively approach them and say, "Hey, what's up? How can I help you?" And we were also trained to basically never leave them alone. So then if the customer says, "Oh, I'm just looking," which is what most people did end up saying, we were trained to say, "Oh, what are you looking for?" Like, we were trained to just hop on them and get them to buy as much as we can get them to buy the moment they walk through the door. And this is how they trained us to sell. Now, contrast that to going to the Apple Store. And during this time period, I would go to the Apple Store and I would show up and I'd get greeted at the door. And then once I got past the door greeter, that was about it. It was like, go ahead, explore, figure it out. And if I needed help, I'd go ask for help. Or if I needed someone to help me make a purchase decision, I'll go seek an Apple genius or whatever. They're not approaching me with hyper aggressiveness and trying to get me to buy anything. And what ends up happening, this was back in, I don't know, like 2013 or something. What ends up happening is, what's a bigger company, Apple or Best Buy? Which company has been going down and which company has been going up since the pandemic? Where do people shop online? It's Apple. And that leads me into my point, which is that Elden Ring is a game that is made by people who aren't trying to nickel and dime you. And when they give you the option to buy a deluxe edition for $20 extra, more than the base price, and they're not offering you any pay to win, they're not offering you any exclusive in-game advantages, they're just saying, we will give you some more of our artisanship, some more of our work. This will incentivize people to spend out of love instead of spending out of pressure. And I always think it's better to have your consumers spend out of love versus spending out of pressure. Look at the most successful Twitch streamers, someone like Asmongold, for example. How often does he ask for subs? How often does he do sponsorships? How often is he like, do my thing, buy my stuff? It doesn't really happen. And he's one of the most financially successful streamers on the platform. And this is what happens when you provide value, which is exactly what From Software is doing. They're saying, look, we made you a beautiful game. Enjoy. And if you want to tip and you want to add that extra and you want to give that $20, because you can go listen to the soundtrack on Spotify. You could go listen to the soundtrack on Apple Music. This is something easily accessible to you. And because it's easily accessible to you, and because they're not trying to force you to buy things, that is why I think it is a good idea, if you are within the means and if you have a passion and a love for the product, to go ahead and buy the deluxe edition. Now, I do have a gift for you. Since you're watching this video and you've made it to the end, there is a content creator called SkillUp, and he did a phenomenal review on Elden Ring recently. And he has a promo code where if you go to Green Man Gaming and you enter his code, you can get 18% off. Without his code, they have it on sale there already for 16% off. Now, I don't know if this is a limited time offer. Maybe you're watching this way after I recorded it and it's not there anymore, but it's worth checking out. I'm going to leave his review in the description. And I'll also leave the link to Green Man Gaming in the description, so in case you wanted that. And that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.